Everson Griffen, my boy, man. I hope everything's cool, first of all. You know, we all know that Everson Griffen in the past has went through some situations where we just need to make sure he's checking on his mental health, man. We take that super seriously over here on Vocal Vike. I'm going to be honest with you. All right. And today I came across an article where Everson Griffen gets kicked off a Delta airline because they claimed he was unruly, quote unquote, right? I want to read this article. It says, the unruly passenger that prompted a Delta flight from Chicago to Minneapolis to turn around shortly after takeoff on Wednesday was allegedly former Minnesota Vikings Pro Bowl defensive end Everson Griffen. TMZ first reported the incident, and Delta has issued a statement saying the flight returned to Chicago to have the unruly passenger removed. You know, I sit back and I think about like Everson Griffen. First of all, I loved Everson Griffen as a Minnesota Viking for multiple reasons. You know, not only the play on the field, but certain things he would say on Twitter when it was Twitter back in the day, especially the one about Kirk Cousins, the big famous one we all know about. Shout out Everson Griffen, man. Somebody who just kind of expressed himself loudly, and I like that, you know. And then the Minneapolis Miracle, his facial expression during that whole thing. I mean, that's what made it great, right? But we are praying for him, man. You know, I sit back and I try to think about what could have possibly happened for a guy like Everson Griffen to, you know, get mad on a Delta flight. You know, you see this all the time where people are getting kicked off planes because they're mad, their seats are wrong, or whatever the case may be. But I'm pretty sure he's flying first class at least, right? He still has money. He made a lot of money in his career, man. So I don't know, man. But Delta released a statement. They said Delta has a zero tolerance for unruly behavior and will always work with law enforcement to that end. Delta's statement reads, we apologize to our customers for the delay in their travel as safety and security comes before everything else at Delta. All right. Now, Everson Griffen, he went on to his Instagram and he clapped back and kind of posted, you know, his comeback, right? And he posted on Instagram. He said, I'm doing just fine. My behavior was not unruly at all. Why would they let me go? You know, pretty much saying like, if I was so unruly and things were so bad, why did they let me just leave from the plane? And then I continued on with my day, obviously, maybe booked a new flight or whatever the case may be. But this is just, I think it's about who it is, which makes you concerned because, again, Everson Griffen has a history of doing things out of the ordinary that he battles with mental health issues. And, you know, hopefully there's still guys on the Minnesota Vikings to this day that are going to call in, check on him, make sure he's good, man. Make sure everything's good. He has a beautiful family. So, you know, he has to be there, man. You know, there's really no room for him right now to be acting out. You know, we know he's not in the NFL anymore, obviously, but he has to represent the Minnesota Vikings, man. I want to cover this, and I just want to put it out there in the universe that we praying for E. Griff, man. We praying for E. Griff, and we hope everything works out. I mean, this is kind of minor. At the end of the day, I know these airlines, man, they will kick you off the plane for god dang saying your name too loud or saying it the wrong way, like they don't want to hear it, right? So at the end of the day, some of these people there's really no consistency on how you're supposed to act when you board a plane, as far as when these flight attendants or captains come up to you and maybe you're looking for a seat or somebody was sitting in your seat, and depending on how you react, they'll say you're unruly. You know, that's what I'm going to call it right here, man, because I'm on Everson Griffen's side, man. He ain't do that. He ain't do nothing wrong, man. Hey, shout out Everson Griffen, man. Again, keep him in your prayers, man. Drop how you feel down in the comments, man. I'll let your boy.
Yeah, smooth summer. Who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I'm terrific. We ain't taking no losses, we winning. Undefeated, check the percentage.